back to Templar Talks Football. Um, where do I even start? Uh, Man United have just been beaten by Fulham by 4 goals to 3 in a penalty shootout at Old Trafford. And that, ladies and gentlemen, means that Man United are now out of the FA Cup. Let me just switch this thing off. United are now out of the FA Cup, and I can't lie, this is very disappointing. It's very, very disappointing because if we're being honest, this was one of our better chances of winning a trophy this season. The only things we were left with playing for this season were the FA Cup and the Europa League. Those are the two trophies we had any chance of focusing on or any chance of winning any major silverware this season. And what's irritating the most about this cup exit is the fact that Liverpool are out of the FA Cup. Chelsea are out of the FA Cup. Arsenal are out of the FA Cup. If I'm not mistaken, Spurs are out. Newcastle, they're out. A lot of the big teams are out. We've only got who? Who are the big teams that are left in the FA Cup so far? You've got Aston Villa, you've got Man City, and that's about it really. The rest you can beat. And even Man City. This season's Man City is not the season the Man City of the previous years. You can easily dispatch of them. The same way we beat them in the FA Cup final. You could have easily done the same thing if you had just gotten through tonight. Now we're out. We are literally out of the flipping FA Cup. It was there to be won. I can't lie. The trophy was literally just there to be won. And we've totally messed it up. I mean, who do I even blame for today's loss? Is it on the manager? Is it on the players? Do I blame the board, Ineos, the Glazers? Who do I blame? Because if we're being honest, this is unacceptable. The season we're having is absolutely unacceptable. We are 15th in the Premier League? We're out of the Carabao Cup, we're out of the FA Cup. The only thing we have to play for now is the Europa League. And if by any chance we win the Europa League, we then get to qualify for the Champions League. But what's going on? This club is a joke, man. We need proper investment in the summer because unless Amorim is back with proper players, we're not going to do anything, bro. We are not going to do anything. But anyways, I'm seeing there's about 10 people watching live right now. Please hit the like button, guys. Hit the like button. Also hit the subscribe button if you haven't already subscribed to the channel. Like I said, United are out, man. I know some of you would have expected me to come here and rant and scream and shout and swear and do this and the other. There's no point. There's no point in me doing all of that because it would be fake. It wouldn't be genuine on my part. Because all I'm feeling right now is disappointment because how the hell are we out? Like I'm saying, Liverpool are out, Chelsea are out, Spurs are out, Arsenal are out, Newcastle are out. Big clubs are out of the FA Cup. It was our chance to win this. The game was played. We were absolutely rubbish, diabolical. First half, yes, we had a chance from Bruno. He hit a shot from distance. Eriksen also had a chance. Højlund missed a chance. But were we really good? We weren't. Even second half, it goes to halftime, we come out second half, and I'm thinking maybe Amorim is going to try and motivate these players, get them G'd up, get them energized, get them trying to push, try and get the winner. Or rather, pull one goal back and try and go on to get a winner. But guess what? The first 15, 20 minutes of the second half, it was all Fulham. They were the ones doing the attacking, creating chances. We were just sitting back and laid back and not doing anything. We were so passive. Our press was so poor. Rasmus Højlund, yet again, offered us absolutely nothing up top. I did a video on him last week saying that we need to talk about Rasmus Højlund. He's offering us nothing, and he needs to be sold. Enough of these excuses about, oh no, he's still young, give him time. No, enough of that. Chido Obi Martin came off the bench, caused a bit of problems for Fulham. Obi Martin, I know he missed a few big chances, but guess what? He caused Fulham a lot more problems in the shorter time that he was on the pitch than Rasmus Højlund did in his entire game. He was more of a threat than Rasmus Højlund. Do you understand what I'm saying? Our 17-year-old striker from the youth academy was more dangerous to Fulham than our 73 million pound striker in Rasmus Højlund. Make that make sense. Make that make sense. How on earth is this the case? This is Man United. This is flipping Man United, and we just, oh man, like I said, 15th in the league, playing one of the most boring football in the league and in Europe. Yes, we are undefeated in the Europa League, but now Ruben Amorim, my guy, fully behind you. I back the manager, but you need to win the Europa League now. That's the only way in which he can salvage this season, because being 15th is unacceptable. I know the players are rubbish, but we should not be 15th. There's no ways we should not be. I know they're not good, but we cannot be 15th. But we are 15th. You look at the guys like, what's his name? Christian Eriksen. The fact that he's still playing minutes for Manchester United in 2025, it's a disgrace. Eriksen should be nowhere near the pitch. At his big age. He's finished. Absolutely finished. I mean, what did he do for us today? I get it, he's a technical player, and I like technical players, but let's be honest here. Did Christian Eriksen actually offer us anything today? I don't remember him creating chances for us. When he was in the 10, and even when he was dropped into the 8, I don't remember him doing anything. Who else was on the pitch? Joshua Zirkzee. He at least was offering us something. He was running around. He ran himself to the ground. You could tell he was knackered by the time the 90 minutes were done. He was absolutely finished. But apparently, Maguire had a bit of a slight injury. So Amorim said, let's not risk him. He replaced Maguire and said, I was saying, bro, you got to bring Zirkzee off. Not because I thought he was going to go on to miss the penalty or whatever. No. Or he was playing rubbish. No. I just felt like, in as much as he's been one of our best players, because I thought Zirkzee and Bruno, they were our best players tonight. They were. I couldn't even make a shout to say Zirkzee was our best player. Of course, he missed the penalty, so some idiots are going to come out here and cuss him out and say he's useless, this, then the other, get rid of him, sell him. Just idiots. Ignore such people. Joshua Zirkzee was one of our best players today. Yes, he missed a deciding penalty. But the fact that he had the courage enough to even make himself available to take a penalty after running himself to the ground for over 130 minutes, and I say 130 because we played 120, but there was also 10 minutes added on the original 90. So this is about 130 minutes that Joshua Zirkzee played for us tonight. I get it, he missed a penalty. Some will blame him. I look at someone like Victor Lindelof and I ask myself, what's he doing stepping up for a penalty shootout? I get it, you can't, like literally, it's like the old saying goes, penalty shootouts are like a lottery. Anything can happen. Anybody can score, anybody can miss. It happens. But the only thing that annoyed me about the Victor Lindelof penalty, right, is the fact that he just, if you watch how he takes the penalty, he runs looking down, head down. He doesn't even look up. He runs looking down the entire time. And it's only when he gets to the ball, he decides to look up and kick the penalty. And flipping, is it Ben Leno, he saves it. And I'm thinking to myself, what the hell? And I remember just before he took the penalty, when I saw him step up, I said, oh my God, Lindelof. I had flashbacks of the rubbish performance. I know he didn't miss in the Europa League final again when we had Ole De Gea miss. I think he did miss Lindelof. And I remember I was like, oh my God. I literally just had the flashback of that time. That game which we lost, the Europa League final. I said, Lindelof is going to miss. I said, he's going to miss. And he missed. He took one of the worst penalties I've seen. But I can't then again say we lost solely because of Victor Lindelof. Because he wasn't the only player who missed. Zirkzee missed. And I like Zirkzee. And I thought he played well. But Lindelof is just, he's one of those players who you're like, you know what? Why the hell is Victor Lindelof still got a Man United shirt in 2025? He needs to go. This guy was signed under Jose Mourinho. Jose left a long time ago. Since Jose left, we've had Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. We've had, Ralf Rangnick. We've had Erik ten Hag. We've had Ruud van Nistelrooy. And we've now got Ruben Amorim. Talk less of McKenna, talk less of Carrick. We've had about 5 or 6 managers that Victor Lindelof has seen out of this club. I'm not saying he was the sole reason why they got sacked. No, I'm saying he has seen at least 5 to 6 managers, whether they were permanent or just caretakers. He has seen about 6 or 7 managers at this club. He needs to go. We need to cut such players loose. Get rid of him. I mean, honestly. Update AF or update FF says Rade by Sahab. Yeah, I don't know what that is, but cool, I guess. Rajat says, hello, how's it, my guy? Why did Lindelof come? Bro, Rajat, I don't even know why Lindelof came on, bro. I don't know. They're saying that Maguire had a bit of an injury problem. Maybe that's why. I'm not saying we lost the game because of him. I was just annoyed by the way in which he took the penalty. So, Rajat, I don't know. Maybe that answers your question. They're saying he came on because Maguire had a slight injury. I don't know. Maybe that's why. I don't know. And if I'm not mistaken, we've got what? We're traveling to San Sebastian. Real Sociedad on Thursday. Away. And then we come back, we play Arsenal. We could lose that game, you know. We could lose our way to Sociedad and come back and lose to Arsenal. It's going to be a rough couple of days for United fans, man. I'm telling you. Vampire Habit says, Man United needs to do something today. Brother. We definitely need to do something today. Like I said, players like Victor Lindelof. In the summer, I'd be looking at a massive clear out. One of the biggest problems at this great football club has been recruitment in the past couple of years. We have recruited very, very badly. Very, 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 very poorly. And we need to sort that out. We definitely need to sort that out. So it's one of those things where when you look at recruitment, you can't just look at the players who are coming in. You look at the players we have to get rid of. Players like Victor Lindelof, they need to be going. Luke Shaw, always injured, he needs to go. Mason Mount, on high wages, he needs to go as well. Casemiro, he's old and he's on high wages and he's absolutely finished. He needs to go. Christian Eriksen, old and needs to go. He might not be on high wages, but he's absolutely finished. He needs to go. Who else needs to go? There's a lot more players that I can't even think of. I've just gone blank for whatever reason. Andre Onana. He needs to be one of the first names out of here. People talk about, yes, we need a number 9, we need a number 8, we need a number 5, we need a number 6, we need wing backs, we need this, that. We need a goalkeeper. Andre Onana needs to go. He's a priority. He needs to be sold. Even if it means we take a hit on him, we take a loss. Sell him 30, 40 million if you can get that amount of money for him. Sell him to Saudi. Surely Saudi will be willing to pay about 30, 40 million for him. Send him there. Then go buy a competent goalkeeper. This guy is so rubbish, right, that he's making me miss Altay Bayande. Altay Bayande. This is a guy he's not all that. He's all right. But Onana's making me miss Bayande. It's how rubbish he is. Today, did he even go right or dive right for any of the penalties today? Maybe once, the one for Senderberger. That's the only one I remember him diving right. The rest, they were sending him, bro. Absolutely sending him. Those penalty shootouts from Fulham, world class. Berger, top bins. Robinson, cool as you like. Willian, cool as you like. Raul Jimenez sent him the wrong way. Proper penalties. Top draw. And on our side, I said, I literally looked at the players who were on the pitch. I said, we might be in trouble here when it comes to penalties. I trust Bruno. I trust Casemiro. Delo, bit hit and miss. But anyone else on the pitch? I don't know. I said, Zirkzee looks finished, so I don't know. I wouldn't want to see him stepping up. He did step up, he missed. Lindelof ran he's looking at the ground and he missed. We were in trouble today. As soon as that game went to penalties, we were in trouble. Chido Obi Martin. And as much as he missed a few chances, I was impressed with him. He missed making runs. The players need to pass him a bit more now. Like I said earlier on in the video, the Rasmus Højlund experiment is done now. I'm done with that stuff. I don't want to see it again. This is a guy who has shown us time and time again that he is not good enough. Just hang on one sec. Let me sort something. So, Rajat says Holland did, Holland did decent today. Bro, what did he do? What did he do? Maybe I missed it. Maybe I'm being biased because I don't like Rasmus. Maybe you can tell me. What did Hoyland do for us today that was decent? Because I don't remember anything decent he did. He wasn't holding the ball up. He wasn't linking up play. He wasn't he wasn't making any decent runs into the box or creating chances. He did nothing, if you ask me. He did nothing. So I don't know. Maybe you can tell me what he did. Maybe I'm just being biased because I'm not a Hoyland fan. But like I said, man, it's disappointing, man. It's disappointing. The FA Cup was there to be won. Chelsea, City, Liverpool, so Chelsea, Liverpool, Arsenal, Spurs, Newcastle, all out. All we had to face was Villa or City. Those are the two teams we were looking to get rid of. Avoid them in the next round, and trust me, hopefully them two get each other, and we just go straight to the final against easy opponents. But then again, I say easy opponents. It's United. Have we been doing well? No, we haven't. Who's left? Is it Bournemouth? Is it Palace? Have we even beaten either one of those clubs? Because I'm saying easy, it would have been an easy route to the final. But the fact of the matter is they've beaten both those clubs I've mentioned, have embarrassed us in the league this season. Jean-Philippe Mateta, he's just come to the to the Theatre of Dreams, Old Trafford. Dropped a brace on our head tops. Is it a brace? I think it's called a brace. Bournemouth beat us 3-0 at Old Trafford. So yes, I'm saying, yeah, we could have done this, we could have done that. But didn't do it. We're out of the FA Cup. Like I said, Ruben Amorim must deliver the Europa League now. I know we've got lots of injuries. I know some of the players don't fit his style of play. But I need to see something, brother. Fully behind the manager. I back him. I think he's the right man. I genuinely do. And some people have been calling me a delusional for still believing in this manager. Fizz, I hear it. But I'm saying I still believe that this is the right man for the job. We took this guy from Sporting mid-season. He was top of the Liga NOS, top of the Champions League as well. Undefeated in both leagues. Undefeated. We gave him an ultimatum. We said, come now or forget it. If you're not taking the job now, he said, can I please come in? And we said, no. If you're not taking the job now, by the time of the job will be long gone. Someone else will be the Man United manager. So you either come now or you forget it. The manager, of course, he chose to come. And I don't blame him. Once in a lifetime opportunity. Now we need to back him in the summer. But before we get there, I need to see some semblance of what he showed me at Sporting Lisbon. Because the football he was playing at Sporting Lisbon and winning with that style of play, with the same system, with the same formation, I need to see him implement some of that. Like, literally, I just need some sort of semblance. Some sort of semblance to what I saw at Sporting. I need to see it at United. And if he can do that, happy days. Deliver me a Europa League, my brother. I don't care even if you finish 17th. As long as you don't get relegated and you deliver me a Europa League, fair dues. I don't care about the Premier League. We're not going to win the Premier League. We're not going to get top 4. We're not going to get top 6. We're not going to get top 8. We're not going to finish in the top 10. We're not going to finish in the top half of the league. So what does it matter where we finish in the league? I don't care at this point. Ineos showed me they don't care about where we finish in the league when they didn't back him in the January window. So why should I care where we finish in the league? Yes, it's going to be frustrating seeing us drop points week in, week out in the Premier League. But as long as we don't get relegated, finish 17th and above, but deliver me the Europa League. Because, yes, we are lowering the standards of Manchester United. I get it. We are literally dragging the standards of Manchester United to, basically, we are dragging them down to hell. That's how low the standards are right now. But this football club is not what it used to be. This is not the same Man United who won the treble in 99. It's not the same Man United side who three-peated the Premier League. It's not the same side. The side we had Ronaldo, Rooney, Tevez, Berbatov as an attack. Scholes in midfield, Roy Keane. Go to the back, you have the likes of Rio Ferdinand, Nemanja Vidic, Everett left back, Neville at right back, Van der Sar in goal. No, we've instead got a clown in goal for that flipping idiot, Andre Onana. Centre backs, we've got the likes of Maguire, De Ligt. Yeah, they're doing well or decent in the past couple of weeks. But this is not the same strong Man United side that I know. It's not. It just simply is not the same Man United that we know. So let's try and see if we can somehow scrape, and I mean scrape, a Europa League title. How we win it doesn't matter. Do I care if we play well? I don't. I'll only start judging this manager from next season when he's been given his players. Well, hopefully he gets given his players. And why I keep emphasizing that we need to win the Europa League is because for every season, the Man United are in the Champions League, we lose about close to £100 million from Adidas. The deal was signed with Adidas. Every year we're not in the Europa League, in the Champions League, we lose about £100 million. So if we win the Europa League, that's automatic qualification to the Champions League. And we get that at least about £100 million. That can be shifted towards PSR or towards signing players we need. So we need that. We must win the Europa League. Champions League qualifications are guaranteed. More money to spend in the window in the summer, which we all know as Man United fans. Because if we're being honest, we need about 8 or 9 new players for this team. Because 99.9% of those players on that pitch have shown week in, week out that they do not fit this system of Ruben Amorim. Most of those players don't fit it. So we need to sign about 8 or 9. Now, let's be realistic. We're not going to sign 9 players or 8 players. We'll be lucky if we get 5 in the summer. But if we do win the Europa League and get the Champions League money and qualify for the Champions League, we become a lot more attractive to players now. When you're trying to convince this player to sign, if you're trying to go to Sporting Lisbon and try and take Victor Gyökeres, world-class number 9, when you try to go there and try to convince him to join, yeah, it's easier when you're in the Champions League. You can say, bro, come through. We've got Champions League football. Let's go win the Champions League, even though we haven't won it in over 15 years. But when you're not in the when you're not in the Champions League, you're not in the Europa League, you're not even in the conference, you're out of Europe totally. How is that a good thing? It's a bad thing. You struggle to convince players. Of course, United has always been able to attract big players, the likes of Paul Pogba, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Angel Di Maria, even though we won in the Champions League. But we can't continue on that trajectory. We need to get back to the Champions League football. It comes with a lot of money. It's easier to sign good players. And it just makes life easier, guys. So, I know I've been touching here and there with this video. I haven't really delved much into the tactical analysis of today's game. I just feel there's no need. We can all see it was disappointing. We didn't win the game. We lost out. We're knocked out of the FA Cup. And as much as most of our rivals were knocked out, we're also knocked out. It's frustrating. But that doesn't mean that we must just give up. The season is still there. All to play for in the Europa League. Amorim, try and finish as high as you can in the league. I don't care where, as long as it's above the bottom 3. You could finish 17th. I wouldn't care, as long as you delivered me the Europa League. The next season, hopefully, Ineos back you. They give you the players you need, and hopefully we get you go again. You can actually try and implement your style of play, proper style of play, with players who suit your system and your formation. Because even a blind man can see that the players we have right now, they don't suit your formation or your style of play or your system. They're not as bad as being 15th in the league. No, that's unacceptable. But I need you to do something for me right now, brother. Win me the Europa League and don't get relegated. We'll forget about this season. We'll put it away as a write-off and we'll focus on next season. Hopefully next season we can get some top players. Players that suit your system. It doesn't have to be world-class players. We can get young, hungry players like Kenda from flipping Sporting Lisbon. You can look at the likes of Tyler Dibbling at, Is it Southampton? You could look at the likes of, I know Cunha's not so young, but he's a top player at Wolves. You could look at someone like him. Gyökeres, we need a lethal number 9, world-class number 9. I'm tired of these young players. I don't want any other young striker. We've got Chido Obi Martin, is fine. He can be our young striker. Sell Rasmus Højlund, bin that guy. Sell him, buy a proper world-class number 9 like a Gyökeres. Have Chido learning off of him. Zirkzee can play with one of the 10s. Garnacho, if it's up to me, I'd be selling him. Very frustrating. This United fan base were crying, oh no, don't sell Garnacho. Don't sell Garnacho. He's a good player. We'll regret it. Napoli wanted him. But obviously Napoli were trying to take the piss. They didn't want to pay the money. So we can't be uh, dealing with foolishness from Napoli and who don't want to pay the price. But in the summer, I say put him back on the market. If anyone is interested, give me that 50, 60 million pounds. You can have him because he's not good enough. I don't care how young he is. I've seen young players who play for this club and I could see they were better than him. We've let go of many players this summer, rightfully so, some wrongfully so. It is what it is. We let go of Jadon Sancho, fine. We let go of Marcus Rashford, fine. Anthony, fine. Martial, let go, cool. Some could easily make an argument that most of those players were better than Garnacho. I'm not going to go into debate of who in particular is better, who's worse. It is what it is. It doesn't matter. All I'm trying to say is back this manager in the summer. Get him a proper number 9. Get him maybe another number 10. Maybe a wing back. A midfielder. It just feels like we need a whole new team. How realistic is that? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. But yeah, man, we're out. It's disappointing, especially because we missed some chances. Garnacho missed some chances. Zirkzee was trying. Chido tried, but he missed some chances. Casemiro wasn't great. Eriksen wasn't great. Do I even bother with player ratings? I haven't done player ratings in a minute, but maybe I may as well. For those who aren't aware, I usually do my player ratings going from 0 being poor, 5 being average, and 10 being excellent. 0 to 10. So Andre Onana in goal. The guy just worries me, man. He's a ball of nerves. Didn't dive right for a single penalty today, well, except for the one for Sander Berger. The rest, he got sold a dream. It doesn't command his box. His shot-stopping ability is subpar. I'm just going to give him a 5. I'm going to give him 5 out of 10. Average 5 out of 10. Wing backs, we had Diogo Dalot and Nusayr Mazraoui. Mazraoui, he was trying going forward. He was trying defensively, also tried, but it wasn't his greatest game. I'm just going to give him a slightly above average 6. On the other side, we had Diogo Dalot. Kept on getting the ball on that left wing back, trying to overlap, but there was no end product from his part. I know he scored a good penalty in the shootout, but throughout the 130 minutes we played today, he wasn't great. It wasn't awful, but it wasn't great either, so I'm just going to give him a slight above average 6 as well. Who else was on the pitch? 3 centre backs. Maguire, solid defensively, but a few shaky moments between him and Philippine Delete, but they tried, I guess. Give him a 6 as well. Who else did Delete? Again, just like Maguire, not too bad, not too great. Give him a 6. Lenny Euro, I thought he played well first off. I really did think he played well. Coming out with the ball, making those forward passes, like line breaking passes. But it was just above, I'm going to give him a 6.5. 6.5. Wasn't great, wasn't bad. I give him a 6.5. Midfield 2, we had Ugarte and Bruno. Ugarte had a bad game, I'm not going to lie. Got that yellow card earlier on in the first half because Delete had made a mistake with the pass. Just looked like he was just wanting to kick players. Ugarte is more of that guy that you just play him in the big games when we're up against it. We're trying to defend for our lives. That's the guy you play. But when you're trying to control the game and dictate the tempo and take the ball to the opposition and be the one on the front foot, he's not that guy. He's not that guy. He's not technical enough. He's not got the best passing ability. He's just a warrior. He just wants to kick people and fight. He's got his games, like a game against Arsenal. Yeah, you can do that. Away at Anfield, away at Man City, you need such players. But at home against Fulham, I think you need better, to be honest. But yeah, for me, Ugarte, I'm gonna give him an average 5. Didn't think it was great. Bruno Fernandes next to him and Zirkzee for me were our better players. You could give me another match to either one of them. I wouldn't be bothered. I'm gonna give Bruno a 7. Oh yeah, I'm gonna give him a 7. Scored a good goal. tried to create a few chances. Yeah, I'm going to give him a 7.5. I'm going to give Bruno a 7.5. And then you've got the front three. You had Ericsson, Hoyland, and Zirkzee. Start with Christian Eriksen. For me, like I said earlier on, he wasn't effective enough for me. Didn't have the legs to run past Castagna. He's old, I get it, but he just didn't look like he could play in the 8, in the 10 or the 8. In the 10, he couldn't go past Castagna. He wasn't really creating too many chances. In the 8, wasn't doing anything. Seemed leggy and tired. Yeah, I'm gonna give him an average 5. And then front three, who else was there? Joshua Zirkzee. I thought he was good. I did. Some of the final passes were frustrating. He wouldn't get them quite right, but he never stopped running, and he created quite a few chances today. Started some of our attacks, linking up play, dropping deep. He played well. I know he missed the penalty, but he played well. So for me, Xerxes gets a what? I'm gonna give him a 6.5. I'm not gonna give him. I thought I'd give him a 7, but he did miss a penalty, so I'm gonna mark him down a bit. So 6.5. Then the last person on the pitch, Rasmus Højlund. Trashmas Højlund. Awful footballer. Awful footballer. How we paid £72 million? It's a scam. It's a scam. But it is what it is. At this point, we just need to, like I said, we need to focus on clearing out the debt, or the dirt, rather, the rubbish players. Like of Hoyland, Mount, Shaw, flipping Onana, etc., Ericsson, Casemiro, Lindelof, all those guys, they need to go. But Hoyland, final score, I'm going to give him a 0. He did nothing. All game, absolutely pathetic. Some might say it's an agenda, maybe it is, I don't care. I think it was rubbish, as usual. But yeah, man, I'm not going to bother trying to give a score to the substitutions. It is what it is. We lost the game. We're out of the FA Cup. It's frustrating. It's annoying. But it's late. I've got an early morning in the morning, so I'm going to end this live here. Originally, I thought I'm not even going to do a match reaction. I said, fuck it. But then I was like, you know what? Let me just do a quick one. So I've even gone over 30 minutes, so it's longer than I thought it would be. But it is what it is, really. We're out of the FA Cup. It's disappointing. Now, like I said, we have to throw all of our eggs in the Europa League basket and hope that we win it. But to everyone who's new to the channel, thanks for joining. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Also, make sure you hit the like button, guys. Let's get those like numbers up. And like I said, man, if you haven't already, please like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys soon. Peace.